Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shot Breakdown. We're going to go over the 3 college basketball games before Friday, February 9th, 2024. If you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my college basketball Bank Shot best bet, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, let's get into it. There's only 3 games on the board in college hoops for Friday, but let's talk about those right here. First up, we see Dayton and VCU. This one's going to be a 7 p.m. Eastern start time. It's going to be on ESPN2. Now, Dayton, we know this is not just one of the best teams in mid-major college basketball, but in college basketball in general. As they're ranked 18th in the AP polls, they are 19-3 this season, 9-1 in conference action, and they're on a 3-game win streak. They lost that game against Richmond on the road back on January 27th, but since then, they've won 3 straight games, 2 of those by double digits, and then they beat a really solid St. Bonaventure team as well at home. But VCU, also a solid team, 15-8 overall record, 7-3 in conference play. They're on a 2-game win streak. They've won 6 of the last 7, and they have a really nice home court advantage. This is a team that, Richmond learned how good that VCU home court advantage is because that was a strong win for VCU, 11-point victory, 63-52 back on February 3rd. We know Dayton, their only loss in conference play, like I mentioned, on the road at Richmond. In non-conference play, they lost a game at Northwestern, a neutral site game in Houston. So Dayton, really strong home court advantage, but on the road, not so much. And VCU, we know they're going to be way up for this game. It's a national TV game on ESPN2, one of only 3 games on the board for Friday's card. Should be a really nice atmosphere and, a really nice crowd for VCU in this game. Now, fundamentally, Dayton, they're not the best rebounding team, and I think that bodes well for VCU. I think they should have a nice advantage on the glass in this one. Another thing is shot quality-wise, I do think Dayton's a bit overvalued, and I think VCU has its opportunity in this game. This is not the same VCU team, that's the same style of VCU team this year as we've seen in recent years. Last year's team was defense only. They forced a ton of turnovers. They were ranked 15th in adjusted defensive efficiency, but the offense couldn't get it done. This year, Ryan Odom's team, new head coach, is a lot more balanced. They're still really strong defensively, 60th or 59th in adjusted defensive efficiency and 5th in effective field goal percentage defense. But they've got a much better shooting numbers. They're 9th in the country in free throw percentage, top 60 in three-point percentage. Their offense is decent, and I think that's going to be the difference maker in this one. I'm going to go with VCU in this game. I think they pull off the outright upset. Next up, we see San Diego State and Nevada. This one's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Now, when you look at a game like this, normally we would probably be on Nevada's side because not only is Nevada home, and this is a conference in the Mountain West where home court advantage really does matter, and Nevada's also playing with revenge. They lost to San Diego State by 12 in the first meeting. It looks like situationally a really strong play, and we've also talked about how San Diego State's not really a team I trust on the road too much this season. So you check all those boxes, you think, oh, it's Nevada all day long, but I can't get there with the Wolfpack. I just think this is an overrated team, and give them credit for winning that game against Utah State last time out. Not an easy team to play, not an easy place to play, but I still think shot quality-wise, not the best Nevada team. This is not a great team on the glass. San Diego State should have an advantage there, and when you look at that first meeting between these two, I think San Diego State played a very sustainable style of basketball in that game. They actually were outshot from 2-point range and 3-point range, San Diego State was, yet they still won the game by double digits. That's really concerning for me. We talked about the similar kind of thing with the Texas A&M Missouri game where Texas A&M won that first game by 6 in the season series, but they also shot really poorly in that game. So I mentioned if their shooting numbers just bump up a little bit, there could be an even bigger, margin of victory in the second meeting, and we saw that exactly. Texas A&M won that game on the road, covered the number. I think we see something similar here. It was nice to see San Diego State at least go out on the road and beat Air Force. They hadn't really done much on the road this season, but at least to get a nice double-digit victory shows me they can, win a game and cover a number on the road. And I think we see another one in this spot. I'm going to take San Diego State here. I think they're the better team. I think they match up well with Nevada. Give me San Diego State. And finally, we see San Jose State and Colorado State. This one's going to be a 9:30 Eastern start time. It's going to be on Fox Sports 1. When you look at both of these teams, they're 2 teams in different directions right now. You got San Jose State losing 6 in a row. 5 of those 6 losses were by double digits. A few of those games were just absolute blowouts. The 90-60 game against Nevada, the 82-61 against Utah State. It's just not been pretty for San Jose State. On the other side, Colorado State, they're on a 3-game win streak. They beat San Diego State at home. They beat Boise State at home, 2 of the better teams in the conference. 2 teams in the conference that have had some really nice wins. So impressive stuff from Colorado State. However, I just can't get there with the Rams in this game at this price. I just think when you look at in terms of value, San Jose, and we talked a similar game, St. Mary's and Pacific lost that one by about 65 points. So, maybe you go a different way than I am. But this is a game where San Jose State is at the bottom of the barrel in terms of public perception and market perception with the 6-game losing streak. This is the lowest that this team has been in terms of the rankings. On the other side, Colorado State, like I said, coming off the huge win against Boise State, 2 of the last 3 games, big home wins, and we know this team is super strong at home. However, we have also seen a tendency of Colorado State playing at home, playing against an inferior opponent, and taking their foot off the pedal or underestimating their opponent. We saw a non-conference play against the Summit League's Denver, a team that's ranked in the 200s in KenPom, and Colorado State gave up 80 points in that game and only won the game by 10 points as a huge favorite. We saw it in conference play against Air Force, the team that's ranked the weakest in the conference in the Mountain West this season. Colorado State hosted them early in conference play. They needed overtime to beat the Air Force Falcons, and that one by 9 points. Then the very next game against UNLV, another team that's a decent team. They have some nice wins on the resume, but still not, in my opinion, not a serious contender in the Mountain West. Colorado State was trailing in that game for quite a good majority of it, and they needed a late comeback to win and only win that game by 3 points, failing to cover the number. We see Colorado State stepping up against the tough teams at home, but against some of the weaker teams in their schedule, I can't get there with them as a huge favorite. I just think that this is the time to take San Jose State. They're still a decent offense. They take care of the basketball. They're a pretty good shooting team. They get a lot of their points from three-point range, and they make their threes at a pretty good rate. For Colorado State, that's not great news. I mean, this is a three-point defense for Colorado State. It's ranked 229th in three-point defense in the country. So I'm going to take a shot here with San Jose State. We're getting so many points here. I just think that the value is with the Spartans in this matchup. And that's it. Those are the games for Friday in college hoops. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.